Well, I have gotten my first villager to drop. I could hear a special growl amongst the other ones. Actually, I will turn down hostile creatures while I'm talking. And go back to the game. Yeah, so I've already turned off the drop zone by closing my sticky piston up top. And now I'm just using my axe to remove the excess mobs and isolate the zombie villager. That clicking sound you hear on the side is my dropper dispensing anything that drops to the sorting system behind me. You see the zombie keeps working his way to wherever I'm aiming, so I gotta be careful not to strike him and kill him, or I'll be gonna wait for another one. Okay, he's isolated, so let's grab an apple and a splash potion. We'll see if we can get him healing. First comes the splash potion, which also gets me, and then the apple on him. Okay, so I got the gray bubbles around me because I'm sick as well. He's got the red ones because he's in a healing state. Now, since this is the first one with my new setup here in World D, unlike A, the village was literally right beside the drop zone, so I'm going to try to use a minecart that I've already got sequestered here in the corner. I'm going to bust out the sidewall of the drop zone, and hopefully he'll work his way into the minecart. He can't go beyond the minecart, and I will replace a rail that I've removed. I'll chop this stone, place a rail, and that should give him access all the way back to the village area. Now this takes about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes slightly longer, because I don't have a prison cell built. It's much quicker if you build a prison cell. It's just that I can't have a dual purpose prison cell and a drop zone killing area, because I wouldn't be able to reach deep enough into a prison cell to kill half the creatures that fall. Some of the sorts that I've got going. You can tell how many how many mobs I've been through. Like, only the zombies drop potatoes. I got 33 of them. Iron bars. This is from the zombie that rides in on a chicken. A few carrots. Anything that is excess. So when you're killing them, sometimes so many items drop that the sorting system can't pick it up, because a hopper can only accept so many items at a time, so the water actually drags it all across, and anything that doesn't get taken ends up going into the excess. So I just pick them up and move them back to these for storage temporarily until the chests are full. Believe it or not, I've actually almost got a double chest filled up top near the village that I've built, but the clerics are going to go through that stuff so fast, it's not going to matter. You almost can't produce rotten flesh fast enough for how many of those clerics use up. I've only put one brewing stand in the village this time. Because of that, I was going through it, I couldn't keep them. I got all the emeralds I needed from just one. I never had enough rotten flesh to satisfy the second one anyway. Let's give this a minute to... So I can still hear monsters. They're up above about, I think it's five levels to where the piston is. So they're up in the water in the zombie spawning room. Plus all the extra mobs that are dropping from the mob farm above. I think I got 6 layers now on that, so it's quite extensive. These zombie villagers are so rare that you really got to produce a lot of creatures. But as I mentioned on some of my videos when I was doing World A, there's a distinctive growl that this zombie villager makes. So even though there was many mobs in here, as soon as he dropped, I could tell he was in there. So I immediately sealed it and then started the video. Cleared off the excess. Sometimes villagers don't jump in minecarts very easy, so I'm hoping he goes in not too bad. Otherwise, I might have to work out a system coming in from the other side, try bumping into him or something to kind of force his way. I've been taking drops like the bows and the armors and removing the... Oh, he just changed. There's a tone that comes out, but in this case that's the first one I've converted in this particular world, so I also got the recognition for having done it, and that's what I noticed pop up. Now I gotta figure out if he's gonna want to go into that mining cart on his own. Come on, buddy. Unfortunately, he cannot see a route out beyond anyway, so there's no real reason for him to go into the mining cart. I'm just trying to... It won't even let me talk to him. Interesting. I can't talk to him. Oh, I can't talk to him because he doesn't have a trade yet. I gotta get him within range of the village. Okay, go in there, buddy. Oh, I should have blocked it. Okay, I have an idea. As I say, this is the first shoot. If I had blocked right behind him right there, it would have restricted his way to come back, and he'd been forced between just two squares to navigate. So I will start doing that as he moves along. I'll start blocking behind him. How about... Oh, okay, so he's caught on that. Now I'm wondering if I do a water... I think I'll risk it. What will water do when it hits a mining cart? I honestly don't know. Let's see. Could drop that. Put that in. I've got all my materials messed up here, but I can fix this later. I could go like this and let some more mobs fall. He does not want to get into the cart on his own. There he goes. He's in it now. Oh, buddy. Okay, now push. Oh, he actually sensed the grindstone down here. And he's already become a weaponsmith. So that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to relocate my workstation. Because I do not want everyone to come out of here to be a weaponsmith. As a matter of fact, I was hoping my first one would be a farmer. And I did not consider that. So that is going to be a problem. What I will have to do is put my workstation in a sealed area that he cannot route to. Well, find a bed, buddy. He'll be working on one of these the next time we see him. I don't mind weaponsmiths, especially when they offer big discounts. Let's see what his first thing is. He's going to be looking for coal. Well, that is super easy for me to get because I've got fortune pickaxes, so it'll be easy to satisfy his coal demand in no time. Anyway, I'm going to leave him to it. I don't know if a weaponsmith learns to build a bell or not. I think they can. But I've learned something important here. I can't have the grindstone in an area that he can sense, otherwise I'm going to produce 20 freaking weaponsmiths and they won't have work tables to work at. I think the way the game is written, that if a villager loses his trade table, he'll revert back to unemployed, and eventually he will get it back. But I've actually experienced already that when I was trying to modify librarians, I'd take away their lecterns, and it was days, and I just gave up. I ended up having to hit them with lava and destroy librarians in order to create space for new ones. Bear with me a second here. I'm going to prep all of this, and then I'll end the video. And anybody that watches future videos as my villager base builds, you'll know how I've been doing it. That didn't work out too bad once I discovered sealing off the area behind him. Kind of made him focus on that one spot. That made it a lot easier. So as he gained, I just closed in the area around him, forced him into, and once he started spinning, I knew he was in the cart, because that's one of the features. I will not leave my grindstone here anymore. There's nothing else that, yeah, he won't, none of the other villagers will be able to pick a trade now. There are so many, that dropper's still just a going. There are so many zombies and other drops. That's because I got an improvement on my sword too. I got looting 3 now on my main sword, my main battle sword. So getting a lot of more drops than I was getting in the last videos. Anyway, I'll end this one, pause and end it, and I'll go train up that weaponsmith.